Welcome everyone to this channel designed for professionals, business owners, and experts who want to learn how to break through the limits of their business and practice today by leveraging digital courses. Online courses are becoming more and more popular for all kinds of businesses. In fact, I believe that every subject matter expert will have an online course in the next 5 years. So it's just a matter of when, which also means that you can get more and more information out there about how to create, launch, and birth your online course. But guess what? Some of the information that is floating out there isn't true. And there is a lot of conflicting information that is out there. So today, I want to break down the 5 popular myths I've heard when it comes to launching your online course. Because I don't want you to waste your time, your energy, and not get the kind of results you're looking for. So let's get right to it. Hi, I'm Destiny, and if we haven't met, I'm a course marketer who specializes in helping leaders, professionals, educators, experts just like you reinvent the professional calling and scale their life's work online with digital courses. 6 years into this, I've been able to help my clients bring in more than 17 million in revenue, and I believe that the knowledge industry is one way of how you can create a calling that is true to who you are and be able to earn great money doing so. So let's unpack myth number 1. I'm too late. I'm too late to the game. It's too crowded. Why would they buy from me? My competitor is more well known, they've got a bigger following, and they already have courses and programs in the exact same topic that I want to teach. I can never compete. How many of you feel this way? Well, I believe after directly working with hundreds of business owners across 23 different countries, what I witnessed time and time again is that your specialty is your destiny. Specialty wins in this time of seemingly endless content. There are billions of people who are online who want to learn and consume high quality, high value content. The only way that you are going to stand out is to own your specialty, to own your uniqueness, and to own that subject matter expertise. The deeper you're willing to go, the bigger you can become when it comes to standing out online. I tell my clients, with the billions of people who are online, you only really have to convert a small fraction of the people who are online for you to have a productive, lucrative 6 and 7 figure course business. So if you're feeling like I can't compete, I'm not already established, but you know that you have the professional expertise, you know that you are an expert in your subject matter, are you willing to pick one thing you want to be known for? Now, if you're wondering, well, if I pick one thing I want to be known for, will I be limited and will I be stuck there? Well, let's take a look at a company like Amazon. Amazon first became known for selling what? Books. Books, and then they expanded to everything under the sun. Zappos first became known for selling shoes, and even a more modern brand like Rothy's was first known for not just shoes, but one pair of flat. And now they have handbags, they have men's shoes, and they have expanded across dozens and dozens of product verticals. So we follow the example of e-commerce companies where they go really deep in one product category. That is what I'm going to invite you to stick with when it becomes being known for your expertise and being known for your knowledge. In fact, when I first started, I focused on serving yogis and wellness teachers, and I became known very quickly within those communities as the go-to when it comes to launching online courses and programs. Myth number 2. I am not a digital native and I can't learn all the technology that's involved with creating and launching a course. I don't understand tech and it feels like a mystery to me. In fact, it's overwhelming. How many of you feel this way? To give some context, it used to take weeks and months to set up any type of online business when it comes to getting your website live, your payment processor, accepting payments online, your customer membership site. Now, with where technology has accelerated, you can now set up a website, a beautiful looking website, and accept payment in a matter of hours. So we've gone to this point where, thanks to huge contributions like Apple, who has driven this, Design and the use of technology has never been so intuitive. If you have any doubts about this, look at how we all had to adopt Zoom during the pandemic. So, I understand if you're not comfortable with technology. In fact, the business owners inside our community, most of them have never held a webinar before when it comes to going digital. So, there is a learning curve. So, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed with technology, there are three things I want you to keep in mind. Number one, do not let this get in the way of you expanding your business online with courses. Number two, technology, believe it or not, even with this learning curve that you need to take on, has never been so intuitive. If you look at how young kids can use an iPad, know that that is a switch we can make for ourselves when it comes to adopting technology and tools. Third, there is one switch that needs to happen when it comes to going digital. Now, if you have an existing business where clients are coming into a center or you're leading workshops in person or retreats, it's relatively straightforward to walk into the room, start teaching, and be able to organically guide your students and clients from there. Of course, there's curriculum prep, but it's not the same when you go online. The one shift that you want to make when it comes to teaching online is how all the different pieces connect together, from collecting the email address to signing up for the webinar to delivering the content. Once this shift is made, everything clicks together and it is more straightforward than you realize. I witnessed this time and time again with my clients. Once they held that first webinar and they made that shift, oh, that's how that goes. They will never go back and they realize that this is a new way to work. My invitation to you is, if you're feeling blocked and stopped by technology, to ask yourself, am I willing to look at how all the different connections come together to make the shift for myself so that I can move on with growing my business? Myth number three, my email list is too small to launch a course. I don't have enough followers on social media. I'm going to wait until I grow my audience to a certain size before I launch. This is one of the biggest myths that's going to hold you back in terms of generating results and generating revenue. First off, if you already have a business, you already have a practice, you have an audience who knows you, who've already worked with you. And oftentimes we look at others who have tens of thousands of followers online, or they have a large email list, and we overlook the people, the customers and the clients who are already there, who want to buy from us digitally. Now, there's this new concept that's been emerging around having 100 true fans. Many years ago, it was about how can you have 1,000 true fans online? Well, now it's about how can I have 100 true fans where I create real value. And if 100 people pay me $1,000, that's $100,000. Can you see how among all the people who are online, among the sea of content, if you can create real value and build a true community of small yet engaged fans, that's where you can win. And that's where the revenue lies. So what I want to get across is, when it comes to generating real revenue for your business, it's about going deeper versus having to cast a super wide net. Do you want to build your online audience over time? Of course you do. Do you need a big audience in order to be successful online right away? You do not. I have examples. I was just thinking of a student inside our community, Mia, where she had no audience, but she was teaching weekly in front of her students. And so she was in front of a regular group of students every single week. When she launched her online course, she launched the students that she was in front of every week, and she had her group of 20 students inside her first course. She didn't even know that was possible because she had no online following and no email list. And of course, from that point on, she focused on building a list. But the point is, it seemed like she had nothing to work with, and she did. So for business owners, practitioners, people who are already in business, do not overlook the customers, the clients who already know you, and they do want to take advantage of online programming when you decide you're going to put it out there. Myth number four, I have to invest so much in advertising so that I can be in front of more people. And the truth is, I'm afraid of advertising. I don't know how it works. It seems like this outrageous gamble, and I'm afraid of losing a lot of money. Advertising scares me. So, what I have to say about this myth is this: you have options when it comes to investing in ads. And just like a moment ago, if you have a customer and a client base to launch to, let's start there. You don't need to have advertising to get going and off the ground. But if you're truly transitioning professions and you are starting your business from the ground up, yes, you do want to tap into and leverage advertising. But here's the thing: you want to keep it simple and you want to focus small. You see the theme? Start at $10 to $15 a day. Pick one channel you want to focus on, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and you start to build your list on $10 to $15 a day and you grow from there. By no means do you want to go into advertising and just start sinking thousands of dollars. How many of you have looked at launching and you started your ad campaigns, spent thousands of dollars, and you want to open a room at 3 weeks later? That is not the model that we're suggesting. And in a different video, I will walk you through my pre-launch sequence when it comes to getting your course online. For now, focus on this. If you absolutely want to go into advertising, it does not have to be as scary as you think. Pick one channel to focus on instead of trying to spread yourself too thin across 3-4 channels all at once. Test systematically and methodically by starting at $10 to $15 a day. And here's the thing to keep in mind with advertising: you're leveraging the channel that you select to build your own channel, which is your email list. For purposes of your course launch, we're not talking about growing and building a media platform on Instagram or LinkedIn or even Facebook. We're talking about using the reach of Facebook and Instagram to get people on your email list that you will now be building a relationship with. So you're carving out your own online channel. Does that make sense? Myth number 5, what if I fail and no one enrolls? Let's face this, any business owner who has put themselves out there online, whether it comes to launching a course, launching a group coaching program, we've all faced similar thoughts of failure. What if I fail? What if I lose all this money and things are going to fall apart? And as business owners and entrepreneurs, we come across this on a fairly regular basis. Because even if you've had successful launches, and I've witnessed this across clients at all levels, including my own business, you're still trying to grow, you're still trying to evolve into the next stage of your business. So first off, there's a mindset shift that needs to happen here in order to unravel this myth. Number one, know that if you're looking at this from a perspective of what if I fail, you're making this about you and your worth and your value. Instead, I invite my clients and my students to look at, well, what is the data telling me? And what can I learn from this? Can I take myself out of the equation? Even if your business is an extension of you, even if what you're teaching has been life-changing for yourself and for other people, and use the data. The point is that you can track, you can measure more so than other brick and mortar offline industries. And you want to use the data instead of making it about you. Oh, so not as many people signed up. Well, could it be that you didn't have enough people, have enough eyeballs on your page? Oh, I didn't have enough people show up for my live webinar. Did you send out enough emails, and was the email messaging resonating with people? When it comes to digital, there are metrics that you can be looking at every point of the way. And you can make refinements and shifts along the way that will add up to a big result. So my offer here is this. One, know that your business is absolutely meaningful and you are reinventing how you work online. So absolutely, this is an extension of who you are. At the same time, because it is an extension of who you are, the more willing you are to look at this from a, how is this working? How is this not working? Versus no one wants to learn from me, I'm a failure, and making this about your worth and value. This is how it can be of use to you and how it can move you forward. When I start to think about failure, I love this example about Reid Hoffman. Reid is the founder of LinkedIn. And before LinkedIn, he tested by launching this online dating site, SocialNet. It was just too early. People weren't ready for online dating, and that was considered a failed project. Now, can we imagine if Reid made that all about himself and he didn't keep moving forward and evolve SocialNet into LinkedIn? Just a few days ago, I was reading about how Microsoft claims that LinkedIn is now a $10 billion year business. Remember that story and use that story to bring you back to where you want to go if you ever start to question and doubt yourself. Now, creating and launching an online course does have many moving pieces. But if you're looking to expand your business, to scale your business, and be able to help more people without boundaries, you have to be willing to put these belief myths aside and know that you are capable of adding a whole course revenue stream to your existing business and profession today. Now, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel because over the next couple of weeks, we're going to dive into how to turn your service offering and your retreat business into a profitable online course. In the meantime, learn a bit more about who I am and what I offer by watching the video on your screen now. I'll see you over there.